Welcome to Frozen G Coins, a place for us to learn about numismatic coins and precious metals. At what point do we stop putting away precious metals or collecting numismatic coins? When I first started in this adventure, I was originally looking at them as strictly barter material when the US notes completely deflated into nothing. That is still in the back of my mind every time I see the inflation rate. Everything will eventually cease. Either the dollar will no longer be backed by the good faith of the federal government to repay their loans, roughly $37.8 trillion of debt. How much faith does anyone actually have? Or they just default and start again with a new monetary system, like the central bank digital currency, CBDC, or some other government backs the currency after a takeover or consolidation of governments. In either of these scenarios, gold and silver could help us maintain any wealth that we have accumulated. Eventually, inflation and the rising cost of the metals is going to price most of us out of the market. Back when I first started buying the metals, I was buying silver for roughly $25 an ounce, with spot being average $21.78 an ounce. Gold, I have never bought an ounce, but average spot was $1,817 an ounce, and I was buying my gram bars for $60. Now spot is sitting at roughly $48 an ounce for silver and $3,880 for gold. Buying ounces of silver for $50 and gram gold for $155, roughly double the price for an ounce of silver and $2,063 more an ounce for gold. I know that I am not making double what I made 4 years ago. That would be nice. So my purchasing of the metals is going to have to decrease until such time that things stabilize and I make more or the metals decrease. I used to walk into the dealers with $200 and walk out with 7 or 8 ounces. Now I can only get 4 with the same initial down. Dollar cost average, they say, that is fine and good until you can only get 1 each time you get an extra $200. Then your dollar cost average goes sideways and you have to start going with the fractional silver, much like I started with on the gold. A gold ounce has pretty much always been out of reach for me unless I had saved, and that is not going to work due to the fact that when I have extra money, I like to get rid of it. I also have worked under the premise that the fractional gold will be in everybody's budget, so the buyers, when or if I needed to get rid of them, is going to be much larger. Right now, my plan is to still get as much as I can while I can, and diversification is the main thing, like the fractional gold grams or 10th ounce, even the gram silver bars that I got a couple videos ago. Numismatics as well. If we lose the dollar, will they all become collectible? Some more so than others. When we no longer have coins and currency in circulation, they may become more collectible due to the historical aspect. I am holding out hope that it does not happen in my lifetime, as my goal for the mess that I have in my possession should help me offset my retirement. But I think about it every once in a while. Is there a point where I need to stop with the metals and put my focus elsewhere? I am pretty sure there is, but right now I am having too much fun and can't stop. Thanks for watching Frozen G Coins. Feel free to comment video ideas or questions you may have
Also, please subscribe and check out frozeng-coins.com.